Hello and welcome to How They Could Do It. This is a series where I talk about my theories, thoughts and methods of how companies could create our favourite video games, films and TV. I am your host Shikari Ferrari and I hope you enjoy. In this video I'll be talking about how they could possibly do the solo Ben Affleck Batman film that's coming up soon. When I first heard about the casting, like many people, I was a bit confused and thoughts of, that film popped into mind. But from the trailers of the new Superman film, it does seem he's changed my mind, as he's much more grisly veteran Batman who's been doing the crime fighting for quite a while, and I like that the fact that he uses technology to change his voice instead of doing it the Bale Batman. And I'd love to know your ideas for a Batman solo film, so let me know in the comments down below. But here's my theories, thoughts and methods of how they could do it. Let's go on with it. So starting this section with the man himself, Batman. So having the choice of this film being set before or after the Superman film, I'm pretty sure they would do after the Superman film, as Batman's back at it in the trailer, and I wonder how long he hung up the cape and cowl for reasons that I will theorise in the story section. So I'd like to think he feels that he has to go back to protecting his city at the end of the film. And after doing battle with Superman and the way he took down those guys in the trailer, holy moly, that was Arkham style through and through, I would think he's shaken most of the rust off and is ready to face any villains. For the other characters, I've only picked one person as I don't want to make this video super long for you guys, so here's my other characters and their actors. So Jim Gordon. I really think Bryan Cranston would make a great Jim Gordon. With the moustache and the take no crap attitude with the Walter White performance and some slight humour, I really think he'd be great for the role. And I love to see the chemistry that they're going to give to this Jim Gordon and Ben Affleck's Batman interacting with each other. Alfred, of course, Jeremy Irons will return as he is in the new Superman film. It seems like he helps Batman out as well when he's crime fighting, maybe giving him intel on locations and people. So that'd be really good to say. He seems like the basically Oracle, but not Barbara Gordon, so it'd be really cool to see. So the last hero for this section, I've really put effort into this one. I really do hope they include him at some point, because I'm pretty sure they're going to do a new trilogy, because this film is probably going to do well, and that's Nightwing. So Batman being the oldest we've seen him on film, I would have thought he would have trained someone to take his place eventually. So of course having Robin, who would eventually become Nightwing, would be awesome to see. The obvious choice could be Dick Grayson, who was the first Robin Batman took under his wing, or someone new, but it would be nice to see Dick Grayson done well, as, yeah, we've seen a bad one. They could include him in flashback scenes, or have him help out towards the end of the film with Batman. I'd like to see the introduction of at least the presence of the Bat family, so we can introduce them later on in the next few films. And it'd be really good to see a hero nearly on the level as Batman working together to bring down henchmen of whatever villain, and yes, I'm thinking about Arkham Knight a lot, as the combat in that game is superb. So in the film, give us brilliant fighting scenes of these two heroes working together to bring down hordes of henchmen. And maybe perhaps Nightwing was the guardian of Gotham when Batman gave up for a bit, who knows. Now who I should think play Nightwing, it was very tricky. I saw a few people online and I agreed with some of them and disagreed with some of them. But there was one guy who I immediately rejected the idea, but the more I thought about it, the more I thought he could pull off the kind of cocky yet skilled Nightwing we see in the Arkham games, and that's Zac Efron. I know he's got a reputation of being in the Disney films when he's younger, but I hear his acting has improved a lot in the other films he's been in, so I really do think he may do it really well. The other choices I saw, like Kit Harington, and I really can't see him playing a superhero after Jon Snow, so yeah, I think Zac Efron would be a pretty good choice. So the obvious one I'm going to choose is Joker. You need a big villain in a Batman film, and who better than the Joker? I'm still split on Jared Leto playing him, but then I thought the same about Heath Ledger, and come on, I mean, look how great that was. I'm not a big fan of the grill and tattoos, mainly. Anyway, I want to see Joker with his like ridiculous traps and bombs he has in comics and the animated series, and even some of the Arkham games, like the ones he makes out of like little toy dolls and stuff like that. Like I want to see a Joker, like a comic book Joker, like as ridiculous as that. So he has like laughing gas grenades and different array of just ridiculous gadgets, which are like just fun to see. Villain number 2, I really want to see Scarecrow again. Personally for me, because he's my favourite Batman villain. I just love how he's not insane. He's just an evil man who wants to just experiment with fear and to see its effects on people. I like Cillian Murphy in Batman Begins, but he was just cast aside halfway through the film. They didn't use his full character's potential. So if he was in the new film, Batman has encountered him many times, so he'd be used to his fear toxin in the way where he can just outlast his effects, like in the Arkham Asylum game. To see just these awesome fear trips through Batman's eyes, the visuals would I think just be so creepy and twisted, and you'd just see the dark side of Batman's psyche, the fears that could destroy him, but Batman's just fighting through the illusions. And make it so Scarecrow can fight back against Batman physically. I know he's like has boxing technique or something in the comics, at least just for a while until of course Batman defeats him. But it'd be really cool to see like Scarecrow being as cool and as threatening as the Joker. Casting Scarecrow, as much as I love Cillian Murphy to come back, it's not going to happen realistically. So here's my choice for Scarecrow, and that's Jake Gyllenhaal. He was super creepy and evil in Nightcrawler, and after that performance, I wouldn't say it's far-fetched if you've seen that film, because he is just an absolute creep. And his slim build, but with a bit of muscle, I really think he could be intimidating. I was going to add the Riddler as my third villain, but I thought it would get a little too crowded. But I do really want to see a scary Riddler like in the Arkham games. He puts the lives of innocents in danger so Batman can play his riddle games. But anyway, that's for another video. On to the next section. So the story ideas I had: Batman returns to Gotham to find the Joker leaving him messages mocking Batman over something that happened to him the last time they met that was the cause of why he gave up being Batman. You see flashes of this incident in Batman's head while he's trying to find Leto's Joker throughout the film until he comes face to face with him. My main backbone of the story that you'll slowly discover throughout the film, I'm taking inference from the Batman animated film Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker, which is a brilliant animated film. I'd suggest you go and watch it. Minor spoiler alerts if you don't really want to know what happens in that film, which I'm going to be incorporating into my idea. Basically what happens in that film, the Joker captures Robin and tortures him and brainwashes him to become another Joker. So taking from that, the scene idea I have is basically Batman is trying to search for Robin who has been missing until he gets party invitations along with videotapes of one of the guests from the Joker, where he finds him in the shut down Arkham Asylum demanding where Robin is, very reminiscent from the Heath Ledger Dark Knight scene of the Joker just laughing and mocking Batman, until he reveals Batman's present, which is Robin, and the result that the weeks of torture and brainwashing have done. The Joker's turned Robin into another Joker. He's got tattoos all over his body where the Joker has just been making pieces of art, as he puts it, which explains how Jared Leto's Joker got the tattoos. And then something happens and Robin kills the original Joker, tipping him into insanity. Batman tries to bring Robin back, but he attacks Bruce and flees. And if that whole theory is true that Robin is Joker, I like the idea that he might be able to take Batman on the fight, as he has been trained by Batman, so he knows his fighting techniques. And as I mentioned, I like the idea of Joker using gadgets and stuff to kind of off-balance Batman. So I think he would be cheap in a fight. If he was losing, he'd pull out a knife or he'd use a gadget to distract him or escape. So that's my main story idea for the film, that the original Joker tortured Robin so much that he believes he's the Joker, but deep down he has the knowledge of who Bruce is, where to find him, and everything about him. And of course, subconsciously he knows how he fights, so that's maybe how he can defend himself in a fight against Batman, because inside he's got that knowledge but he just doesn't know it. So yeah, he's just so warped and so tortured that he just wants to do what the Joker did, which is just make Batman's life a living hell and just cause mayhem across Gotham. But yeah, you'd see that through Batman, the things I've explained about the original Joker capturing Robin, you'd see that through flashes and stuff through Batman. The whole arcing story would be Scarecrow and Joker causing mayhem across Gotham with threats of setting off a fear/laughing bomb off in the city. but mainly the focus would be Batman desperately trying to get to Robin if he's still in there. And I think that's why this connection would be great between this Batman and Joker. It's more personal than anything we've seen. I would want the film to be 15 rated, so that's R rated for you Americans. Other elements of the film, I'd love to see like the detective style Batman, so he's got gadgets to kind of assess scenes and basically track down people and kind of just other things we haven't seen. So that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know your ideas in the comments or on my Facebook or Twitter. I love to get chatting to you guys if you watch my videos and enjoy them. Yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you guys later.